I've been getting hit up by a few people over the years of running a service-based business with pressure washing. I've heard some things that's been said to me, and the same thing is being said in the lawn care business industry. And I've also heard it in a couple others that you wouldn't necessarily think of, like tree service and stuff like that. And I want to touch on this and get your thoughts on it, because in my opinion, it's all of the mind of the beholder, right? So it's all in your mind. And in my opinion, it gives these people an escape from what they really need to be doing. An excuse, if you will. So when I told a couple people I was starting a lawn care business, I got told, man, there's just so many people. Everywhere I look, I see a truck, a trailer pulling a lawnmower or two. And before that, 5 years ago when I started my pressure washing business, it was the same thing. It's like, man, in these Facebook groups or everywhere I look, everybody's pressure washing or washing stuff. And it's like, 5 years later, I'm hearing the same thing for the lawn care industry. And it's like, to me, what that means is, if everywhere you look you see a truck pulling a trailer with one or two commercial grade mowers on it, that tells me there's plenty of opportunity out there to support those truck trailers and one or two mowers on them. You see what I'm saying? It's all in the eyes of the beholder. If you look and you see competition, you're like, I just can't break into this market. There's just way too many people, way too many businesses. Every couple of blocks, there's a business address for a lawn care company. There ain't no way I could do that. Instead, you should be like, dang, my market really supports a lawn care business every 2 blocks? Dang, man. That's awesome. I need to get a piece of the cake. I need to get a piece of the pie. What do I need to do to get a piece of that pie? And do I need to be putting in some legwork hanging door hangers? Do I need to be going out and putting up bandit signs at all times of the night when there's no traffic? Do I need to be running Facebook ads? Do I need to be sending out EDDM? What do I need to do to break into this market that's supporting a truck, a trailer, and 1 or 2 mowers on it that somebody else, they just see, they're like, oh, there's no way you can make a successful business with that. And it really gets me riled up because, and I'm passionate about business. I love business, man. I started selling on Amazon when I was 19 years old. It was like, I am a purebred entrepreneur. My dad has his own distribution company for the last 14 years now. I know what it takes. You just gotta have some grit. You got to block out all the noise, grow your mind to a strong mind, like fortificate your mind, man. Don't go out here like, oh man, all these immigrants are coming in and charging peanuts. I just can't land jobs. Even though you closed 6 of 10 jobs maybe, it's like, well, you've got a 60% close rate. That's pretty good. That's right where you want to be if you're firm on your minimum price. You don't want to land every customer, because if every call comes in like, well, I got a guy doing it for 20 bucks, man. Can you match it? No. I'm at $50, $60, $70. Click, you know what I mean? Like, and that's just part of the game. It's a numbers game. Instead of complaining and making excuses of why you don't think that you can grow and really make a successful, whatever successful means, lawn care business, there's always an excuse that you can craft of why you cannot do it. Think about that. There's always going to be some kind of excuse that you can craft in your mind of why you can't do something. And let that sit for a second. Let that, just breathe that in for a second. Just think about that. Instead of actually getting up, putting in the effort. If you just put 10% more effort than your next door neighbor or your previous family members, breaking generational wealth curses, and getting to the next upper class, upper middle class. If you're in the poor class and you need to get to the middle class, don't stop making excuses and get up and put in a little bit of effort, just like a smidge of more effort than the next guy. And the bar is so low, guys. The bar is so low. People are so lazy in today's time in 2025. If you literally just get up one day and take 25 yard signs and you put out 25 yard signs on a Thursday night before the weekend, you will get business, because everybody else is lazy. They're like, I'm just going to wait on word of mouth. I've got a couple of family yards. I've told them, tell everybody that they know. That's not enough. Put in just a little more effort. Just a little more. And you will be surprised at what you can accomplish in a year, 5 years, 10 years. Right now, I'm putting in the effort to be able to get to a point to where I can leave the business. I'm not going to sell the business. I'm going to be able to leave the business. It should be able to run on its own, and I should be able to benefit from the profits of the business that I build. I have to take massive action, and I have to put in more effort than the next guy. And eventually my goal is to get to where I can just buy out all these local plumbing businesses that have systems in place that aren't one-man shows. Maybe I can buy a ton of land. Like, that's my end goal, is to where I can get to where I'm just buying business. I'm buying local businesses that have been here for 20 plus years, and the old guy's trying to retire and his children don't want it. His children's children don't want it. And I should be able to be at that point in the future to buy out these old guys. But that's it. That's all I wanted to share with you guys in this video. I'm just now getting home, and I have to actually seed my yard today. If I do that, I might put a little B-roll footage of me seeding the yard for you guys. That way you can see that. And I will catch you in the next one, if this is the last time I'll talk to you.